Hello, my lovelies. I am Meta, and welcome to the collective. So today's general reading is kind of all over the place. It was interesting as I was pulling cards. Um, a lot of repeat messages are coming through, and a lot of stuff that just kind of feels all over the board. But I feel like as a collective, we are all over the board. So currently, as it stands, there's a lot of us who are doing some serious manifestation work right now, and we're starting to see those things happening more quickly and a lot more quickly than we're accustomed to. Um, but I think too, some of this is in preparation, but I feel like there's kind of a shitstorm coming. Pardon my French. And so we really need to kind of keep close contact with the people who nurture us and nourish us and give us protection and comfort. And start building your tribe of like-minded people, because I feel like we're just at the beginning of a big shitstorm. I think that what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of us, especially the more enlightened people, are going to be bombarded with a lot of negativity, with a lot of naysayers, with a lot of people who just don't understand where we're coming from. And that's going to be, it's kind of going to come from all directions. So we need to stick together. Those of us who are light workers or healers or readers or what have you, we all need to stick together in this. And there are a good chunk of you out there, myself included, who are at a big crossroads, like huge crossroads. But we still need to do a lot of clearing out of old stuff and clearing out of energy, clearing out of our space, our mental space, physical space, emotional space, all of it. I think for those of us who've been doing a lot of shadow work, that has helped. That's helped bring some of this stuff to the surface so we can work through it, feel it, get rid of it. It has served its purpose. But we're at a crossroads, and it's like you either go this way or you go this way, and no decision is the right decision. They're both the right decision because it just depends on what timeline you want to be on, right? It's time for you to change the timeline that you're on if you don't like it, right? That's kind of like what I was talking about yesterday. And so here we're at, expecting miracles and expect the things to start happening, and they're going to happen quickly, right? Like all the things that you've wished for and manifested and put on vision boards and those kinds of things are going to start just popping. They're going to start popping so quick. If they haven't already, I know a lot of my stuff has. It's, I had something come up in my Facebook feed that is very relevant to a personal thing that I'm going through and a personal crossroads decision I have to make. And it was like, I've already made the decision. On some timeline, I've already made that decision. So why is it so hard to make it on this one? And I think for me, it's fear of abundance. It's fear, and it's that lack mentality. And I have to be really careful about that because there is infinite abundance. There's enough for you. There's enough for me. There's enough for everybody, right? And if you go to, our Black Sheep Gypsies page and you see the tandem reading that Queen of Hearts and I do, we talked about that in one of the readings. And it was like, that's a continual thing, is like this fear and lack mentality has everyone like hoarding all their stuff, and it's time to just know that there's infinite abundance. Everyone will get what's coming to them. Everyone will get what they deserve. They were not from a like, oh, you get what's coming to you. It's not like that. I mean, as far as there's enough wealth and abundance and everything to go around, so that this fear and lack mentality is not serving anybody anymore. But we need to find the things that excite us and the thing that gives us passion and pleasure. And when it comes to work, or it comes to social life, or it comes to the things that we do every day in our routine, is it something that you're passionate about? Is it something that gives you pleasure? Does it speak to your heart center? Does your higher self agree with it? Like, does it feel right? There's a lot of things I did in my previous life, like pre-quarantine, that we're going through right now, that are not going to resonate with my new life when I step into the way things are going to be after this. Nothing's going to be the same. It's all changing. Everything that we know is different. Like there's no going back to the way that it was. And I wouldn't want to. There was a lot of that stuff that just didn't resonate on such a giant energetic level with the whole earth, with everybody in it. And so we need to just know that we're going to be taken care of. There's enough for everybody. Right? And so there's going to be a lot of us who are just happy, happy, fat, and sassy. And we just have to be patient a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, because it's all coming. And so much of it comes from we've been struggling and carrying all of these burdens. And whether it's physical or financial or, burdens are as uniquely individual as the people that carry them, right? So the things that are burdens to me may not be burdens to somebody else. But where it stands is the things that have been holding us down and weighing us down, and all of the stuff that we've carried alone, it's coming to an end. We're really coming to an end with that. And the things that were burdensome before aren't going to be. It's like we're having this whole shift, this whole and it's hard to explain because I'm drawing from so many different places. I've got like my guides talking to me. I've got other readers I've watched. I've got, like other teachers, like all of their messages come through. And right now it's New Earth. So that's something to, there's just not enough time to talk about it on this video, but Google it. It's pretty amazing. And I feel like we're just, the paradigm is shifting. Everything is shifting right now, and we're going to come into harmony. We're going to be harmonious in our homes and in our hearts and in our minds, and it's going to be. But we need this. We need this individual time. We need this time to be quiet and to listen to the messages that come through and to cleanse everything. So she's sitting on her throne in the ocean, right? Like at the edge of the ocean. And water is so cleansing. So for some of us, it is literally cleansing in water, taking showers and baths and ritualistically shedding all of that stuff that we're letting go of, right? And so what it comes down to is we still have journey that we need to be on. There's still so much that needs to be done, but we have to do it differently. We have to look at it differently. It's time to come at things with childlike wonder, right? It's time to be inquisitive like a child, right? Don't be judgmental. Children are not judgmental. Children are not unless they're taught to be so by the adults around them, right? They're not that type. They're really inquisitive and curious. And so it's time to get curious. It's time to get curious about your surroundings. It's time to get curious about the things that you like and the new things you want to try. The things that hold you back, though, it's your ego, right? That's where we're at, is that ego is straight up what's holding all of us back from everything that we want. And our ego isn't going to serve us in New Earth. It's not going to serve us in the new dimension. It doesn't serve us anymore, right? It's this constant battle between heart, mind, and soul. And that's just, we have to find that balance between all of that, because without it, we're going to just drive ourselves nuts. That's where it's at. Currently, this distancing that we're doing from everybody, and it's what we need in order to see inside and get to where we're going to find our serenity, right? This is where we're going to find ourselves. This is where we're going to find our higher being's purpose. This is where we're going to be. And it's been one hell of an adventure, that's for sure, for all of us. And I think we're all getting a little stir crazy and, a little batty out there. But so much is on the horizon. So much is on the horizon. And so many changes are rapidly happening. Currently, so I pulled, they all kind of come together. So I'll hold them up separately. So here was friendliness, transformation, the burden. And so when those came, instantly what came to me is there's going to be a shift and a transformation of friendships. And some friendships just aren't going to serve you anymore. And a lot of these relationships are going to go by the wayside. And it's time to reevaluate and let them go. They've served their purpose, right? It doesn't mean anything good or bad. It's just time to let it go. And your burdens will be lightened. It's going to be amazing. But it's really just moment to moment that we live. And there's not much more that we can do to change things. We have to kind of go with the flow of the way things are going right now. And that's where we're at. Also know, like, we need to just sit quietly still. It's still time to be quiet and reflect. That's where we're at. It's a time of reflection. And if you think about, koalas move really slowly, right? Like, they sit in their tree and they just munch on their eucalyptus, and they're not really like super active, right? And so that's where we're at. That's where we need to be, is still sit in contemplation and figure out what it is that we're going to do. And then here is the bobcat. And bobcats are really solitary animals. And it's time to just kind of, again, go within. And until we can go within, we can't really go without. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't go on the outside and change anything until we change the things on the inside. But man, I'll tell you, like, things just feel like the rapid changes are happening. Bam, 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 bam. And it's been nuts. I know for me personally, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. And I'm trying not to live in a place of fear. So join me in this non-fear based, like, trust, man, like, trust fall. We'll just trust that the universe has got us, because it does. And that's our message for today. So thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you on the flip side.